Now, this is a bit of a dream seller.
Perfect.
Hello there, broskis, Urkin back here. But if you're new to the channel, this is the life of a broski, where I do sneaker unboxings just like this one. So if that is your kind of thing, hit that subscribe button. Now, it's very rarely that a Yeezy does feature on this channel, but I am making an exception because it is the Onyx colorway. And without further ado, broskis, on today's episode, I am reviewing the Adidas Yeezy 380 Onyx. Now, I'm not that much of a Yeezy guy, but there are some colorways that come out ever so often, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a bit of me. Slap that one in the cart and we'll think about the rent later. But this sneaker retailing at £200 here in the UK, and it was released over here on the 28th of November, and this is indeed the non-reflective version. I think that's a bit more expensive at £220, but I just weren't trying to wake up at the crack of dawn for the reflectives. And before we dive any deeper into this silhouette, we are going to have a look at the box. It is your generic 380 box, which I'm not really mad at. It's pretty simple and sophisticated. On the product information, it reads Yeezy Boost 380, and the official colorway is Onyx, Onyx, Onyx. Right, what do we have in the box apart from less sneakers? We of course got the tags, which I have indeed taken off. We've got a spare set of black laces this time. That's not too bad, in a little envelope. That looks a bit like what you would put dodgy money in. Not that I know anything about that. Right, broskis, just like Tom Daly, we are going to dive a little deeper into this silhouette. So going around this Yeezy 380 Onyx, judging by the pictures and leaks online, I did really think they would have been a bit more black overall. But this digital camo look to this 380, if you look very carefully in a brighter light, it's more of an aubergine dark brown colorway. But of course, we've got those hints of black scattered around the upper on this knitted prime knit. Now, the lacing is your standard 380 unity or infinity lacing, whichever you want to call it. And whether you're a fan or not, you can always slap in those extra laces that were given. And just like other 380s, we've got that crystallized look to the medial and lateral side in that solid black color. And going to the collar of this sneaker, it's got that sock-like fit that hugs your ankle, which adds a lot more comfort. Now, what I've found in the 380s towards the front, that toe box really dips. Now, it is slightly lifted on this midsole towards the back end, and we've got that sort of brown translucent midsole that does expose the boost foam towards the outsole. And the color of this outsole compared to the midsole, it is actually more of a gum colorway. Now, broskis, I know the 380 isn't for everyone, and me, in my personal opinion, I did actually like the 380 more so than the 350. I know, get your pitchforks out. However, I do still think the 350s are a lot more comfortable just because of that dipped toe box. It does take some getting used to. On the 350s, you would normally have to go half a size up, otherwise your toes would be cramped. And on this particular 380, I did do the same. I went half a size up to my normal sizing, but that slight dip in the toe box, it does still feel cramped. And if you're like me that you wear thick socks, this could be an issue. But me personally, if I had to choose now, I would have went for a whole size up. Now, in terms of comfort, the Boost technology is of course top tier, and on this 380, nothing has changed. Apart from this toe box issue, there isn't really much change in the comfortability. This could defo be your everyday sneaker, and you wouldn't have no qualms. Out of 10 for comfort, I am going to score it a 9. It might have hit that 9.5, but like I've said, that toe box issue, it just brings it down a peg. Now, this 380 having so many perforation holes on the side panels, and yes, some of those holes can be used as lace holes, but primarily these are made for ventilation. And honestly, I've never had a problem with any 380 or 350 when it comes to its breathability. The prime knit materials on these sneakers are right up there with the Flyknit. Out of 10 for breathability, I am going to score it a 9.5. Now this is probably your 100th or 150th review to this sneaker. And yes, it's a bit late. It was meant to be out 3 days ago. But the delivery of this sneaker, I think someone jinxed this, honestly. But better late than never, but never late is better. At least it's here, and I'm gonna give you my verdict, whether this sneaker is a buy or a buy. Now overall, I am such a fan of the 350s and 380s. I feel like the 380 is more of a well-rounded sneaker than the 350, just in terms of the look I'm going for when I'm wearing a certain outfit. Now it is a personal thing. The 350, in my opinion, the outfits that I wear, I can't really pull off the 350 as an everyday sneaker. But the 380 for me, it just goes with a lot more outfits that I own. And yes, this all comes down to your personal preference, so don't shoot the messenger. Now this colorway, even though it's a bit disappointing not being as black as I first thought, I can't really complain too much. Yes, the toe box thing might take some getting used to, but once you wear them in, not really much of an issue. Overall broskies, I am gonna give this 380 Onyx a buy. If you are a Yeezy fan, especially a 380, this is a great addition to add to your winter rotation. But if you're thinking of getting them for resale, I wouldn't really bother too much. Because of how much stock there was, unless you're sitting on these for at least a year or two, can't really see these going for much more. But broskies, leave it down below what you think. Are you a fan of the Yeezy 380 or 350s? Do you own any colorways? Or are you just not a Yeezy fan? Leave all your comments down below and I will be pinning the best one. Anyways, broskis, that's enough waffle from me. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and of course, until the next episode, take care.